In Section 4, Lecture 13, we saw this square with quarter turns on the forehand. There is a second square. We must train both. In square number 1, the corner turns isolate and address the hindquarters by the inside weight of the seat and the inside leg at the girth. It's a quarter turn on the forehand. In square number 2, the turns address the front of the horse, the displaceable forehand. The second square asks for an about on the haunches. This is the embryo of the reiner's spin. So first we isolated the hindquarters with a stationary forehand, and then we saw the reverse example. The other end of the horse addressed a stationary hindquarters, isolating a displaceable forehand turning around it. These two simple turns from the halt address the two separate ends of the horse. These two separate ends of the horse are wed through the back. Through the back, how we wed these two ends is a huge important topic and we must have a separate class for this, and it's planned for late spring 2021. But if you would like to study this in advance, please contact me privately and we'll arrange for you to have the handbook textbook. Now, whenever. It's in a draft form and isn't yet published publicly, but it is usable right now. So back to the two ends of the horse. These two turns from the halt isolate, calibrate, and prove the operations of the hindquarters, and they isolate and prove the operations of the front of the horse, the displaceable forehand. These two turns are never used in competition, but you must know them for training. They're called turns from the halt, and they are initiated from the halt so that the specific movement, literally the specific body part we're addressing, is isolated. When people skip ahead and start practicing these turns from motion, like walk, trot, canter, it's usually walk, it's a sign of uneducation and false teachers. They're fooling themselves. We must prove the turns. We must prove our aids from the halt. Then we can prove them in walk, trot, and canter. But then after we prove them in walk, trot, canter, we have to return and prove them from the halt again. To prove the aid and the operation by isolating it, we must be able to isolate the aids we want to calibrate. Otherwise, we're making horses who go haywire by personal, invented, haphazard catch riding, and this is most horses in the horse world at large. In this school, we make finished, educated horses. The aids must operate clearly and deliberately in isolation before we can combine their effects. Remember, we don't combine aids. We never combine the aids. We combine their effects. Remember, we don't combine aids. We combine their effects.